Hello all, welcome to the channel TechnoTracks. In this video, we are dealing with some of the basic commands used in Linux terminal. For example, if you are creating a directory, we need some of the commands to create directory. In this case, I am using a virtual machine to go to my Ubuntu platform. Then we are going to the video. So you can see this is the platform of Ubuntu. So we can go to the terminal of Ubuntu by clicking the Alt, Control and T. So by clicking the key to the, we can go to the direct terminal of Ubuntu. So this is the platform of terminal. We can use the command line interface. Here we can see this is my username of my Ubuntu machine, and other the machine details is here. So we can see the terminal data here. So in this terminal, I am using the first command for listing all the directories and the files in the current directory file. So in this, I am in the home directory. Here the tilde represent it is in the home directory. So for the first command, I am clicking the ls here and it just entering. We can see all the directories are listed here. We can see the view by using the folder here, by using the graphical. So in this, we can see all the listed things are here. So inside the home, we can see there is a desktop, documents, downloads, and all the other things are here. So by using the ls command, we can list all the directories and other file like text files. If you have a cpp file, you can list all the components here. The next command is we can use is ls-l. So by using this command, we can list all the permissions corresponding to that directory. Here the D represent the directory in this case, and the remaining things, that is the RWX, there is a RX and there is RX. So the first RWX is specified for the user, which means this directory have the read, write and execute permission for the user, which means the user can able to read, write and execute on this directory. And the second things, that is read, and there is no write in this case, and we can see there is a read and execute, which means the group user can able to read and execute. So the first one is for user, and the second is for group, and the third one is for other user. So in this, the other user cannot able to write, it is only having the read and execute function. That is actually meant by the read and execute. So these are the other datas here. This is username, and there is a time created and other things. So we can see the desktop. So the other command, we can list the hidden files by using the ls-al commands. By clicking on that, we can see there are some of the hidden files are shown here. It is not present in the earlier case, so we can see some directories and some bash rc files. So by using the ls-al command, we can list all the next command we can use is we can see which directory I am currently working. So we can check the current directory by just typing the pw. Pw means the present working directory. By putting the pwd here, we can see actually I am in the home. Inside home, there is a user. This is my username. So I am actually the home directory, which is actually the username. So by using the pwd command, we can see which directory I am currently working on. The next command is there is a cd command. The cd command is mainly used for go into some other directories, and we can see the other things. For that, I am clearing the window by using the clear command. So I am going to the top, and then I am listing all the things here, and then I am using the cd command. The main purpose of cd command is I am just typing the cd, and then I am putting some, I am go to inside the directory downloads. So I am able to go to inside the directory. Here I am, the tilde is my home directory, and inside the home directory I am go to the download directory, which is also meant by the inside directory we can list something. So it does not have any files here. That is the purpose of cd. So how we can go to back? For the back going, we can use the cd space dot home. By clicking enter, we can go to back to the previous directory where we can previously held. That is actually the purpose of cd space dot dot. The next command I am here using is there is a touch command is used to for creating files. I am just showing how use that. Just click or type the touch, and then I am putting some files here. File1.txt. I am just press enter, so we can list something. So here you can see that I am just creating a file called file.txt. If I can able to create multiple file using the same touch command, like file1.txt, file2.txt space file3.txt. There is a 2 missing here, file3.txt. So by clicking on, so we can see that the other files, that is 2.txt text files, are created here. So that is the purpose of touch command. Then there is other command called the echo command. We can able to display something in the terminal by using the echo command. So I am just putting hello world in the by using the echo here, and press enter. So we can see the echo. By using the echo, we can display the hello world here. That is the purpose of echo here. The other purpose of is we can add some to the file. Here I am just creating three files like file 1.txt, 2.txt by using the touch command. How we add a content to this file? For example, if I am using the earlier echo command, we can able to add the content to that file. For example, I am clicking on echo and I need to add, there is a hello world to that file. So we can able to add this to that file by using the greater than symbol and putting the name of that file. Here I am using the file 1.txt. So by using this command, that is echo hello world, what actually means is this hello world is a content. You can able to add any content like this to this file 1.txt. By clicking and enter, we can cannot see anything like this. We can add this hello world to that file 1.txt. How you can able to view that file? For example, if I am adding the hello world to file 1.txt or other content, how we can view this in my terminal? For that, we can use the cat command here. Cat is used for displaying the content of this file. For example, if I am using the cat and then add the name of the file, which is my cat file 1.txt, sorry, file 1.txt here. So we can click on enter, we can see there is a hello world. So this hello world is added by using this echo command here. So there are other file edition options are available in Ubuntu, so we can use VIM editor or V editor. So how we can edit the file using V editor? By clicking the VI and then adding the name of file. Here I am just opening the file 1.txt here, the earlier file. So by clicking on the for this we need the V editor. By clicking on the this command, that is file 1.txt with the VI, we can able to open the file. So we can see the contents of this file, like, so we can able to edit this file by using a pressing I here, and we can able to add other contents like hello user, hi, how are you? So we can able to add this, and then by saving we can use the escape and semicolon and then add the WQ here for saving. So the file is saved, and then we can able to view by using the cat file, and then I am pressing once more, we can see all the contents from that file. Also we can go to that file once more and we can able to click the escape shift and the semicolon, sorry, colon. We can see able to set the number here. We can see the number here. So this displays the number here, and also I am saving by using the WQ and going back. This is a purpose of V editor. Similarly, like that, we can able to use the Vim editor. Vim editor, we can able to open more than one file. For example, if I am first, I am showing how to open the file 1.txt using Vim editor. For that, I am just clicking like earlier, and just I am opening and saving like using the escape shift and colon, and then saving WQ. For opening the multiple file, we can able to add the other file names. Here I am adding the file 2.txt here, and then pressing enter. So here we can see I am just opening the two files here, two files to edit. So we can able to go to two files by using the Vim editor. So that is the purpose of edit case, that is V editor and Vim editor can able to use to edit the files. Also I am using the clear for going to top, so I'm listing all the contents here. So I am seeing just the contents of file 1.txt here. So these are the commands used, and then the other commands is how to create some directory. So I am just listing all the directories here. So I am newly creating a directory called a new directory. The name is new directory. How to do that? You can use the mkdir command and then followed by the names. You can use the new directory. That is new dir is my new directory. I am just giving a name as new dir and clicking enter. So you can see there is a called what is new dir. That is, this is my new dir. So we can also able to list the new dir permissions. So we can see the new directory, that is, this is my newly created directory. It is having permissions like read, write, execute, read, write, execute, read and execute, all the permissions having. So that is how we can able to create a directory. The next step is how I remove this directory by using commands. For that we can directly use the rmdir command. Here next to is the directory name, that is new dir. By clicking on this, we can able to remove that directory. So after that, we cannot see the directory name here, and then I am clearing my terminals and go to the up window. So here we cannot see the new directory here. Similarly, like that, we can able to remove the files here by using the rf command. Here the rm means remove, and rf is forcefully removing the files. We need the rf. Here I am using the file 1.txt for forcefully removing, and click on enter. We can then listing all the files. We can see the file 1.txt is removed from the current working directory. That is one of the command we can use. Then we can able to find the username of our system by using command called who am I. So by typing in the who am I and then entering, we can see the username of system. This is actually displayed here, so we can see the username of system by using the who am I. Then go into our system and then we can see in the settings option we can see there is a one user, that is we can see in the user option, we can see there is only user in this. In this here I am showing how to add the other user to our system. For that we can able to add the sudo command is able to add the user to our system. That is our Ubuntu system can able to add other user. So here I am using the command user. These are all the command. Then the next is the new username. So I am just type it as new user 1 and then clicking on enter, and then it asks for password for creating the new user, and then I am clicking on the password. So the new user is created. So we go back to our settings system. We can see there is a new user is found in the system. So we can go back to the system and we can able to go to that or we can able to add some password to that user. For that we can add the sudo passwd command and then the name of that user, that is user 1, and then click on, we can add any password for the second user. That is, for example, I am adding 1 2 3 4 and clicking enter. We can able to add other once more 1 2 3 4 and then we can password update separately. For go to that user, we can add the su command and then putting the name of user, new user 1, and then clicking, so then typing the 1 2 3 4 password here. So in this case I am going to able to go to that user. So I am going to the settings here. So in this we can see the new user here, and then we can able to go back to our previous user by typing the exit command here. So that is how we can able to add the new user to our system. The next command we can use this how to change the permission of a file. For example, you can able to see, I am listing all the things here. So we can able to see here in the file.txt file, it is having the user permission is only read write and the group permission is read write, and then the all other user permission is read. So I want to make the other permission to all, that is, for example, if the other the third one is other, so if I want to make the all other user have other permission, that is read write and execute permission, how can I achieve that is, so for that we can use the chmod command and then followed by there is a, for read write and execute we can use the 777, so which means 7 is representing the read write execute. This is how numerically we can change the permission of the file. Chmod followed by 777, by correspondingly we can use the 6 for read execute, and the corresponding that we can able to use the other numerical value from 1 to 7. So here the chmod 777 and then followed by the file name. Here the file is file.txt and then clicking enter. So we can able to once more see, we can see that this is my file.txt. It is changed the permission, that is read write x, we can able to read write x from all, that is user can able to read write and execute, and the group can able to read write execute, and all the other user can able to. So this is the change from this earlier. So earlier it is only having the read write read. So by using the chmod command we can able to change the permissions like that. So I am just once more clearing the window and go back to my previous window. So I am just listing all the things. So these are all the some of the commands. So some other commands in the system are we can use the ifconfig to list the network status of system. So I am using the ifconfig here. So we can not have the ifconfig, we can able to install. So this is how we can able to install this file. We can install the net tools here by using this sudo apt install net tools. So after some time we can get the network related interfaces. So we can see the IP address of the connected network and other network interface by using this IP configure file. That is the purpose of file. So we can install this on my machine. So finally we got that the package is completely installed, and I am just clicking the ifconfig and then entering. We can see that there is a different network status and other things by using the LO, NP, and these are the IP address and other things here. So then I am able to get the network status by using the ping command here. I am just pinging the Google by using the google.com and just seeing that ping w2. So we can check the status of network by using the ping command. So it is sending and receiving data to network. So we can, by pinging the data send and reception, we can able to see if our system has network or not. That is the purpose of ping command here. I am just stopping that. So there are other command is we can see the netstat command to get the status of networks. So we can see there is connected and other things. So we can also view the host name by using the hostname command on terminal. So my hostname is Ubuntu, which is also shown here. So then I am clearing my window and go back to my previous place. The other one thing is we can use the ps command to list all the running process here. By just clicking the ps, we can list all the running process. There are currently 2 running process only shows. Then we can use other commands to go to root. So it is actually my user. Here the tilde represent the home directory. So how we get go to the root directories? For that we can click, just type the su and click enter, then type the password of our user and then enter. We can go to the root user. So here the root actually represent the root user and the hash represent the it is in the root directory. When it is in the tilde, it is in the normal user. So we can get the other permission, that is file permission, like execute in the root privilege by using this command. How I am going back to this is I am just typing my username followed by sudo, followed by su, and then that is username. We can able to go to my previous user, that is normal user. So by getting the privilege we can go to the root user. That is purpose of su command here. The other is when I am in a directory called I am go to directory downloads. Here in this command I am currently my pwd, that is present working directory, is my download directory. So from here how I go to my home directory, just by clicking the cds followed by delta tilde and then click on the, we go back to the home directory. So from anywhere we can go back to the home directory by just clicking the tilde here. Then we can use some other files command. So we can able to create some multiple files by using the touch command. Then we have some commands like find command. So how use find command? For that I am just creating some files here. I am just to go to my earlier documents. So I am go to documents and I am creating some files here. File 1.txt, file 2.txt, file 3.txt. So by this command I am creating the 3 files in this directory. Also I am creating some subdirectory in this directory, that is doc1, and then go to that directory and then I am creating a file called touch file 4.txt, and then I am go back to my previous that is my home directory. So I am reaching my home directory, and then how I use the find command to find the names of file, that is I need to find the names of file that end with .txt. For that case I am using the command find, and then I can use the location of my directories, which directory I need to find, which files I need to find in which directory. So that is the location is provided here. So inside this user I want to check the files under the documents directory, and then I am adding some here, then followed by then type. If then here my type is based on name, so we need the something that is based on the names. So I am followed by txt and then enter. So it will list here the star represent all the file that end with the .txt, and then click enter. So we can see that we can list all the files in the directory and subdirectory. Here the document is my main directory and the doc1 is my subdirectory. So inside the documents we can see there are 3 files, that is file 1, 2 and 3. We can list here file 2, 3, 1, and then we can see there is a subdirectory doc1. So inside that there is a file 4.txt. That is how we can use the find command. Also there is a similar like command we can use. I am just clearing out the things. There is another command which can be used is that is grep command. How the grep is working is I am just creating I am just editing this file called file 1. I am just creating a new file called sample1.txt, and then I am putting some things inside this. I am adding some data on this, that is sample is there is a samples. So I am adding some contents on this and I am just saving. So how we can use the grep is we can use the grep command to evaluate this inside the contents of this file. How I am, if I need to check the here this file have some kind of sample, so I want to check the samples in this file, I am using the grep command. So for that we can use the grep and followed by I. So I means actually the case sensitive, we can we can able to find both the higher case and lower case letter by using the high command and followed by the -n. So we can numbering the things and we can followed by what the things we want to check. So here I want to check the contents as sample, so the sample is listed here and then putting the name of file. So by entering this, that is grep high, and then entering we can see the samples in this file. That is with number 1 we can see there is a sample, 2 we can see a sample. So like that we can able to use the grep to identify the files data. There is another command called the that is we can use the tail and head command. So we can use the head command to list the content, like I want to display the content of this file, that is earlier sample file in the first 3 letter want to display. For that I am using the head and then followed by there is a number 3 lines and then followed by the file names. So by using this we can able to list all the first 3 contents of this file, that is from sample, and then the next line and the other line we can able to list. So like that we can able to use the tail from the backward. So by using the tail we can able to list from the backward, that is from the last word samples, and there is a sample. So 5 and 4 lines can be able to represent by using there is a space, that is why it is blank. So that is some of the commands. Then the other command is how to use how to make a tar file from a directory or other files. For that I am just making a file called mkdir. I give a name as projects. So and then adding the listing things and then go to that project file. Sorry, I am going to that project file. Inside that I just be creating a text file data.txt. so and then go back and that's just enter. So in this case I have a project directory here. So what I want is I want to make a tar file for this projects directory. So the command for that is tar followed by cvf, and then we can use the name of the tar file. So here I am using the same name, and then it is after that we can use the format .tar, that is the format of .tar file. We can able to use the .tar format, and then we can use the which directory we want to make as tar. So here I want to make the project directory as a tar file like project.tar, and then just clicking on enter. So I can see there is a project.tar file is just created in my current directory. So you can see the content here. For that I am using another command for copying that to other location and just clearing the window. So we have some commands like mv command for moving the directory to some other location. Here I am using the mv command for moving the project directory to inside the there is a music. So inside the music I am moving the project.tar file to inside the music, and then I am go to inside the music file. So here we can see there is a project.tar file inside that. Then we need how extract this using command. For that I am using the tar xvf command and then followed by the tar file name. So this is my tar file name, and then click enter. So we can see there is a extracted file is generated, and we can go to inside of that file by using the cd command, and we can list the components. We can see there is a data.txt file. So that is how we can extract the tar file and other things. So there is a one more command, the final command we can able to use. There is a cp command in this. For that I am going to my home directory and listing out the thing. For here for copying something, for example if I am copying the file 2.txt to my downloads. Here I am copying the file, that is the file name is file 2.txt, and then copying it to inside the download directory, that is download inside the download directory. So by entering this we can go to inside the directory of download. We can see there is a file called file 2.txt. So that is how we can able to copying and moving the files. We can able to use the move command to change the name of files. For example if I have a files in this as my projects. So how I change the name of this file using this? For example, I just type the move commands here, and then I am using the projects. This projects is changed to other names like data. I want to display that project files as data, so I using the mv command and then press entering, so we can see that the project is replaced by the data. That is the name of this. So this is how we can use the commands. There are some other commands like also told like clear. We can see to clear the alt window, and there is other command called history. We can use history command to list all the history we can earlier use. Finally, we can use the clear command, history command. So by using that history command, we can able to list all the commands I am using. I want more clearing all the things. We are using other commands like what is called, we can list something like this, that is ls hyphen. So these are the commands we can generally use. So thanks for watching my video.